Hello guys, and welcome to another flight sim video. Today we are flying from Heathrow to Napoli. We're just getting the aircraft prepped here. So once we do that, what we'll do is we'll go down to the MCDU, get the AOC, receive messages, load sheets. There we go, that's the load sheet, and we go to init, and we are BAW 528. Our cost index of our flight today is 33, and our cruising altitude is 33,000 feet. And we'll go IRS in it, line of reference, confirm, done. So, departing runway from Heathrow is 09 right, so we'll get departure, 09 right, and we have the Modern 1 Juliet departure. And then our arrival into Napoli is runway 24, and it's either 1 kilo, ever 1 alpha. And let's add the via actually as well, because I'm pretty sure we probably have via. Let me check. Via Benta. Okay, it's already in. Right, so that is our flight planning. We are now just waiting for us to be refueled. Do that, get rid of the external power. Lights are up here. Floodlights on slightly. Let's get that on. Let's go. So we are in the A320 IAE at London Heathrow. Whilst we're here, we will get the stairs connected. There's a guy doing his thing. So we have 9.376 tons of fuel on board. Cargo is 2.31 tons, and we have 154 passengers out of our full capacity, which is 180. So it's not too bad. It's not the heaviest flight, which is good. What I'm going to do is get the ATIS using the Pocket Sky app for Say Intentions AI, as that's who I use as my ATC. So we are at EGLL. Right, so QNH is 1022. 022 in there. And then what we'll do is we'll go down to the performance page. The transition level is 7,000. And what we'll do is use the EFB to work out our takeoff weight speeds, which is now in. So now it's just literally a case of waiting for the fuel to be loaded and our passengers to be loaded and fuel to be put on board first, then passengers and cargo. What we'll do is we will put the constraints on already. Put these over to ADF. And when the passengers start boarding, we will get our IFR clearance. So I will speak to you when we have our IFR clearance. Right, so passengers are now boarding. The fuel is on board. Yeah, that means we can start boarding our passengers. So what I'll do now is get our clearance. So Heathrow clearance. This is speedbird 528 requesting IFR clearance to Napoli.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Just waiting for a response. Cleared to Naples via the Modern 1 Juliet departure. Initial climb 6000, squawk 4371, expect runway 09 right. Speedbird 528.
Speedbird 528, green that's correct. Ground will be on 121.905.
Going to ground on 121.905, speedbird 528. Right, so we have our clearance, so let's set that 6000. Our departure we've already put into our flight plan, so we don't have to worry about anything there. The good news is, if I look at the charts, I'm pretty sure 09 right is right in front of us. Yep, that is correct. So we don't even have a long taxi either, which is perfect. What I will do is I will see you guys when we're ready to push back and start our taxi and departure. Right guys, so we are now fully boarded. What we need to do is go into the MCDU and update the zero fuel weight. So zero fuel weight is 58.7. So what we need to do is go to there, 58.7 over 32.7. In there, and our block fuel was 9.3. Goes into there. Right, so we are ready for pushback now. So what I will do is I'll get permission to push back. Heathrow ground, this is speedbird 528 requesting push and start. Push and start, face east, speedbird 528. So we should see. And as soon as we're ready, we can get a beacon on and start our engines. So we want nose left, tail right, beacon on, park brake released, starting engine number 1. Now it's finally starting. Parking brake set. I've been waiting a while, mate, so I thought engine number 1's only just started. Right. Go, engine 1's available. We can now start engine number 2. We can go to flaps 1. We can arm our speed brakes and set our water brakes. Right, so engine 2 is starting. And as soon as that is available, we can set the starter to normal and turn off the APU. So that sounds like it's available, yeah. So start her off. APU off. Now we can let them know that we've got a good engine start. So there we go. And there was a big queue to depart. So what we'll do now is flight control, go full left, full right, full back, full forward, full rudder left, and full rudder right. Which we're good. So once this guy moves, we can then request a taxi. There you go, that's his wave. He's now going to disappear. Heathrow ground, this is Speedbird 528 requesting taxi to runway 09 right. What we can do is turn terrain on D on, turn on taxi. Taxi to 09 right via Yankee Alpha November 10, Speedbird 528. So let's get my charts up. Cool, it is quite a simple taxi. So Let's get the stopwatch started. We'll start our taxi. Quick brake check. Yep, brakes work. Co-pilot, take over comms, please.
All right, Charlie, I've got the radios now. Let's get this show on the road.
Right, let's test our takeoff config to make sure we're all good. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's up 0.1. Yeah, cool. So, as you can see, we're just now taxiing to the runway. We hopefully will get permission to just get in front of this American Airlines, which I don't think we can get in front. We have told to be been told to taxi straight there, so we might just be able to slot in behind him. Yeah, I'm going to slot in behind him. This is where it's going to tell us we're like 10th in the queue.
Bird 528. Good afternoon. Holding short 9er right. Ready for departure. First tower, runway 09 right. Hold short. Your number 6 behind the 787.
Right. Okay, we managed to skip the queue. Let's cabin crew, please be seated for takeoff.
Cabin is secure and the crew are taking their seats now.
Shamrock 38 Whiskey. Contact departure. Good day.
Yes, Captain.
Right.
Etihad 71
Yeah.
hold short.
May as well get our takeoff lights on, runway turn-offs. So we're waiting here as well. Yeah. That on. That TCAS on. And we can just hold here. Part brake on. Let's go out to the
Runway 09 arrive. Line up and wait. Caution wait turbulence.
There we go, we've got line up and wait to
09 arrive.
ready.
Line up and wait. Speedbird 528.
I don't think they'll let us depart straight away because of the wake turbulence. But yeah, better than nothing. At least we've got line up and wait. Oh, we have a cleared for takeoff.
09 arrive. Wind 360.
Right, I'm just going to do a rolling takeoff. So as soon as I've straightened up,
09 arrive. Cleared for takeoff.
like
Speedbird 528.
so. We on the pedals.
Etihad 71 Mike hold short.
Chrono set. And man flex. Joystick down. Knots. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Doors can set to climb. Autopilot can be armed. Flaps can come up. Turn offs. Off. Taking the front. Take off lights. We did turns for 7,000. So what I'll do is, when we get to 10,000 feet, I'll let's see, get a nice few lovely shots of the aircraft when we get to cruising altitude, and then we'll get our descent. So yeah, once we'll get to 10,000 feet, so we'll go and give them 7,000 feet, set the QNH as standard. Bit of a bumpy takeoff today. Hopefully, because I've got a new editing software, I can edit it so we can see both the wing view as well, or the passenger view for takeoff and landing. But we'll see how that looks. Right, 10,000 feet. We can now turn off the takeoff lights. We do have one large turn ahead. So we'll make this turn, turn the passenger seatbelts off, and yeah, we'll see when it moves. But our estimated arrival time is 16:24 UTC, so it'll be about 17:20. Yeah, 17:24 UK time. We're about to start the left turn in a moment. Anytime soon. Yeah. Being given permission to climb 320.
Speedbird 528.
Roger, Speedbird 752. Bravo, London Control radar contact, climb and maintain seat now.
So yeah, as soon as we've shown up here, seatbelts will be turned off, and yeah, passengers can go about their business. Go. Passenger seatbelts off, and I will see you when we get to our cruise. Right guys, so as you can see we have now started our descent into Naples. So what we're going to do is enter our destination data. So let's go perf. Then you get the ATIS up and we can fill in a lot of this information. So we are still landing runway 24, QNH is 1013, temp is 32, a bit warm there, winds are 290 at 9, transition level is 10,000 feet. What we need to do is we need to go into the charts. So I do have a webcam, so eventually I will get start using the webcam, but it's just not plugged in at the moment because I don't have enough USB ports. So apps, approach, we are ILS 24. So that's inserted now, that's all our thing, and I believe we have a message with our gate 60. So what we can do now is, you won't see this, but will, so we go to there, stuff on that. Oh, right. So our gate selected, so we should have handling when we get there. And yeah. Now just a case of doing our descent. So there is bird activity in the area, hazmat response and cargo area. So we need to expect delays in ground operations. And we also have information gulf. Yeah. So we're roughly half an hour away. approach mode on. That's the one. On 1800 feet per minute. A bit rocky this landing as well, so no visibility, well, barely any visibility, but see some nice bits of Italy down there. There's an aircraft down there as well. Looks like a Wizz Air. That's it. Gone in the clouds now. Start the right turn, and you should also have a decent. Yeah, so I can see on my radar card there's a fair bit of weather just in the part we're in now, but on our final approach it should be quite clear. So I'm pretty sure we are at the start of final approach. Shortly.
Level 260, speedbird 618.
literally can't see anything in this weather at all. whether we're going to be descending. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of weather.
Delta to 3,770 feet until established on the localizer. Wait for the ILS X-ray runway 4 approach.
I can't do that really, mate, because I can't put 17 there. Then 3,700.
The ILS X-ray runway 24 approach. Speedbird 528.
Oh, we've caught the glide slip anyway. Alright. So what we can do is we will set auto brake to medium. In a moment we will bring our flaps down. We'll also do this. So, flaps 1. There's mountains either side of us.
Speedbird 618.
Also, go around our shots 4,000 as well. I really can't see this mountain. I need to pull the speed brakes out. I need to completely bring that speed down.
Power on 118.
2,500.
Speed up to 60.
Speedbird 528. Good evening on the ILS runway 24 approach. Speedbird 528, Naples Tower, runway 24,
Come on, speed.
Speedbird 528.
Flaps 2. Gear down. Slow it down a bit. And now I can use the speed brakes. Arm room. Flaps 3. Flaps 4. Stick to 160 knots until we get
2,500.
4 miles away. Yeah, it's a good job I'm doing an instrument landing because these winds are horrendous. lights on. And not lit. But
One thousand.
yeah, this, you can see how bad this wind is.
500. Hundred above.
Sink rate.
Minimum. $100. 30, 20, retard. 20, retard.
Don't sink.
Oh, that was not a nice landing. Yeah, shut up. I know I disconnected the autopilot. And we also landed very late on the runway. And off centre. Yeah, that was not my best landing, if I'm honest.
Speedbird 528, welcome to Naples. Contact ground on 121.9er. Contact ground on 121.9er. Speedbird
Yeah.
528.
The wind on the arrival was absolutely horrendous. What we'll do,
528.
put that on,
Good evening,
put
cleared
the
of runway.
view
Ready
on.
to taxi to the gate.
I think it's a good job that I kind of took over the landing, because I think
Speedbird 528.
the autopilot would have slammed it.
Terminal gate 16 via Alpha
Right,
Quebec.
we can now
Good day.
turn analysis off, flight director off, turn the constraints off. And wait to find out which way we're going. I'm pretty sure we'll be going.
Terminal gate 16 via Alpha Quebec. Speedbird 528.
It's telling me to go Alpha, but I'm already off the runway. So we should see one of my guys there. Yeah, weather is not maybe hot in Naples, but it's very bloody windy. I think that is possibly a glitch. I can't tell. If I'm honest. Yeah, I'm not trusting that. I think I see. Yeah. Cool, right, taxi lights off. I've got to stop and crack. Stop and crack. Ah, there's my marshal. And now everything decides to loading. And I guarantee he's probably going to park me right in the jetway. Come on, just a little bit. No. Boom. Perfect parking. Right, so now APU can go on lead. We can now turn the engines off. And then we can get the GPU and chocks on. There we go, GPU is connected. We can turn APU off, turn the beacon off, turn the seatbelts off. I'm pretty sure I requested that earlier, but sure. Turn that off, turn the strobe off, turn the nav lights off. Turn the ideas off. We should have a message on the MCDU. So if we go MCDU, that's it. MC. Oh. Turn that off as well. Received messages, arrival message. Actual time of arrival 16:21. So we were 3 minutes earlier, about 16:21 Zulu time, or UTC time. So 17:21 we arrived, UK time. So now I think we're just waiting for the stairs to get themselves into place. You guys happy? Yeah. Right, I need to open the doors now. Yeah, that's the flight today. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time.